the solution for life, and this is the happiness in this world and hereafter, and then in the end you come say, well, actually I have a problem, I need this and that, well, could you do something for me? It is a contradiction. Preaching people to Allah and then asking something for personal service. And this is why all the prophets in Quran say, وَمَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ مِنْ أَجْرٍ إِنْ أَجْرِيَ إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ. I'm not asking you any reward for this, it's only Allah who's going to reward me. So this is why Allah did not like what Yusuf alayhi said, and he stayed in prison for many years. And look how the behavior of Yusuf alayhi changed totally after that time he spent in prison. Years have passed. And if you are following the story, you can think that it is finished. There is no one outside the prison that is trying to get Yusuf alayhi out of prison. His family do not have any news about him, don't know if he's alive or dead, and have no idea where he can be. His only support, his only help in Egypt was his master who bought him. He gave him up. He gave him away. It is finished. And he has been forgotten in prison. Even if you come to that prison, you ask for Yusuf alayhi salam, he will not be written anywhere. They'll say we don't know about him. There is no time that if he reaches that time, he will be out of prison. It is finished. So Allah Ta'ala sent a dream to the king, and he was seeing 7 cows, weak, thin cows, eating 7 fat cows, and 7 grains, 7 roots of wheat, green ones, and 7 dry ones. And the king did not understand anything of this dream. But he understood something. He understood that this dream is important and something is going to happen. I am the king. Something is going to happen in my kingdom. Something very important is going to happen, but I don't know what. These dreams that come from Allah Ta'ala, they affect the person, and you know that you cannot have been imagining that. It's not your imagination. It's not your imagination. So that is something that has come to you in this dream, and you feel it as a reality, and you feel it very strongly. And the king was feeling very strongly about this dream, but he had no idea what it could be. And he asked his ministers and his counselors, what is this? And they said, no, that is just confusion, and that is just mixture. And that is a big lack from them, because it is not it is not confusion, it's not mixture, that's not something you can imagine. So they should have said, we don't understand. It seems important, but we don't have an idea. We should look. No, they said this is rubbish. But the king continues to believe that no, it is something important. And now that young man who was serving him wine said, yes, I know someone who can explain to you this dream. And he went to see Yusuf alayhi salam. After all those years, Yusuf alayhi salam did not move from his place. He's in the same place. Subhanallah, time has been passing. He was in the palace of the king, in all those facilities, and Yusuf alayhi salam was in the same situation in prison. He came to see him directly, saying, Yusuf, you must help us. The king has made a dream. All the government did not find. All the people are blocked. You must explain to us what is this dream of 7 thin cows eating 7 fat cows, and 7 wheats, green wheats, and 7 dry wheats. And Yusuf alayhi salam, just if any one of us was in his place, what would you do? What would you say? Now? You are coming to see me now? After all these years? Did I not tell you to talk to the king about me? You have forgotten me? And now you are coming because you need my service? If this dream did not come, you wouldn't even have come to me. So start by taking me out of here, and start by refunding me all these years of my life that I have lost. Then I'm going to see what I can do for you, because this dream is very important. This is a strategic matter for your country. It is a matter of death and life. And I know the answer. But what are you going to give me for this answer? You see, Yusuf a.s. now is in a different situation than that situation where he told him, talk about me to the king. Now it is the king who needs him. The king who is making this dream. So this was really the moment that Yusuf a.s. could use to get out of prison. But what did Yusuf a.s. do? He explained to him the dream. And he told him what he must do. He could have kept half of it, or kept some cards in his hand to negotiate with. He said everything. He said everything. He didn't keep any card in his hand. So now they don't even need him. They know exactly what they should do. And he let him go. What does that mean? That means Yusuf a.s., the greatness of the king came out of his heart. Now it is finished. Oh, the king. No, the king is a poor creature like me, like anyone. Everything's in the hands of Allah. My life is in the hands of Allah. The life of the king is in the hands of Allah. I don't need the king. I need Allah. His heart is not moving anymore for the king. And also, even the desire of coming out of prison has gone out of his heart. Saying, this is a chance for me to go out of prison. What is the problem? Allah has created me to worship Him. I am worshipping Him. What can I complain about? So many people are away from deen. So many people are making sins. That is worse than being in prison. What is the point in working, having wife and children and material means if you don't have deen? You don't have anything. So I thank Allah. If Allah wants me to stay here, alhamdulillah. If Allah wants me to go out, alhamdulillah. Even the desire of coming out of prison has come out of his heart. And then what? The boy came back to the king. The young man came back to the king and said, "Oh, Majesty, your dream is this and that. There's going to be 7 years of abundancy, of large production. You have to keep half. And then it's going to become 7 years of no production at all. And that's when we're going to eat the half you have kept in those first years, and then after that the rain is going to come back, and we will be freed from the danger." And something very strange happened. What is it? That dream, no one had any idea of the dream, what the dream was about. Not even a beginning of an idea, half an idea or quarter of an idea. But as soon as the young man gave the answer, everybody knew it was right. No one discussed it. They could have said, "Well, no, what are you talking about? No, I don't think this is. I don't think this is believable. This answer, this explanation you are giving. No, just let's look for something else." This is how the dream is. It is coded. You don't understand anything. It's like there is something here, and it's covered with a sheet, and people start saying, "What is it? Is it a statue? Is it a guitar? Is it this? Is it a person?" And when you take off the curtain, you take off the sheet, and everybody sees. So now you stop wondering. Everybody, you can see what it is, and there's no more hypothesis. It is clear. This is how when the dream is explained, so everybody understands that that's it, and that's what happened. And the king asks, "Well, who gave you this explanation?" And he says, "Oh, Majesty, you remember that year when the poison problem happened and we were in prison, so we met someone and we did dreams, and he was a pious man and he did nothing, and he was unjustly in prison, and he explained those dreams, and I should have talked to you about him, but I forgot, and he's still in prison there." And now the king says, "Bring him to me." And the army comes in prison. "Yusuf, yes, come." Where? To the palace of the king. The king is waiting for you. And Yusuf a.s. says, "No, I'm not coming out." "What?" "No." He says, "The king does not have right to take me out of prison. If the king wants to see me, if the king wants to take me out of prison, he must go to the judge. He must open the case. He must bring back the witnesses, and he must do the procedure again, and he must see if I am guilty or not, and if I am innocent I will go out, if I am guilty I will have to finish the time I have to finish here. Subhanallah. Yusuf alayhi salam is teaching the king to respect the law. Incredible. Teaching the king to respect the law. The law is not Allah's law, it is the king's law. And no one in that country is respecting the law. Everybody is cheating as he can. And Yusuf alayhi salam, he's a foreigner. It's not even his law. It's nothing to do with that law. But he respects the law. And this is fantastic. Because if you want this country to become better, if you want corruption to be broken, if you want people to be straight, you must be straight yourself. If you are corrupted yourself, how are you going to remove corruption from that country? You must start by changing yourself. If you want Allah to use you to change the country and to change the world, you must change yourself until the last molecule of your body must be changed. And also Yusuf alayhi salam the other time has tried to cheat a little bit by saying, speak to the king about me. So now it is finished. We're not going to go through cheating anymore. We're going to follow the legal procedure, the correct procedure. And the king did everything, and he got the witnesses, and he saw that Yusuf alayhi salam was innocent. So Yusuf alayhi salam was taken out of jail and met the king, etc. So this was the ibtila, the test from Allah Ta'ala when someone makes a mistake. So what happens if you do a mistake and Allah Ta'ala is going to test you for that mistake? So the pedagogy of Allah, the teaching of Allah Ta'ala is hard, very hard. That means Allah Ta'ala is going to give you a lesson that you'll not forget all your life. All your life you're not going to forget how you made zigzag, how you made mistake, and how Allah Ta'ala, we won't say punished you, but how Allah Ta'ala tested you to make you come back. You're never going to forget what happened when you did that mistake. So you're never going to do that again. So this is the ibtila, the test from Allah Ta'ala. If you do a mistake, Allah Ta'ala is going to give you a lifetime lesson. A lesson you'll never forget. So you'll never do that again. And this is how you can see the change, the total change in the behavior of Yusuf alayhi salam. And to finish this discussion, I have told you that the first part is education until acceptation by Allah, and then Allah Ta'ala is going to use us. What is the criteria? What is the point you must reach so that Allah accepts you, and starting from there Allah is going to use you? What is the criteria? And the point is, Allah is going to accept you when you have nothing else than Allah in your heart. That's it. That is the clear condition Allah Ta'ala is waiting from us. So as long as your heart is attached to power, to money, to yourself, etc., so you're going to go through efforts and tests, until you take it all out. Until Allah takes it all out. And you only glorify Allah Ta'ala. And that is when Allah Ta'ala is going to use you. But as long as you're attached to money and power, you're not suitable to serve Allah Ta'ala's religion. May Allah Ta'ala accept us and guide us and give us more of His knowledge and wiseness. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.